Hi, in this video, let me show you how to use all the buttons, all the shortcut buttons, and all the ports that are on your HP laptop. So let's get started right away. So if we take a look, from the top over here of the keyboard, to power on the computer, you simply have to keep it pressed during 1 second. To power off the computer, do not use this button unless the screen is frozen. It's much better to go through the Windows logo over here and use the power button on the screen to turn off or restart your computer. The escape button on the top left corner is used to cancel an action or close certain menus. Next, we have a question mark button. This button is to provide help. So if I tap on it, it will simply Google, it's a bit weird, how to get help on Windows 11. And it will give me some shortcuts on how to change the Windows 11 taskbar and other stuff. Next, we have F2 and F3. This is to control the brightness of the screen. So if I tap the F2 button with the smaller icon, the brightness goes down. I tap on the other one and the brightness goes up. You can also change the brightness on the display by clicking on your battery and moving this slider. Now for the F4 button and F5, if your laptop has a backlit keyboard, there's a good chance that these buttons will be able to control that feature. So just like brightness up and down, by tapping one of these buttons, the brightness of the backlight goes up or down. In my case, the F4 button has this logo. It is mainly used if you connect your HP laptop to an external display. By tapping this button, I can decide if I want to duplicate my screen, so to screen mirror my display on the external monitor, to extend it, or to simply use the second screen, my external monitor, and not use my HP laptop display anymore. This is, again, only used if you connect an external screen. If not, it's not useful. In my case, the F5 button is empty, so we will skip. F6 and F7 and F8 are all about the volume. This button is to mute any volume coming out of the speakers of the HP laptop, or if you have connected a Bluetooth headset, it will mute the sound. And every time I press on this button, there is an LED light telling me it is muted. And I can also see over here that the speaker changes accordingly. Then we have volume down. By tapping this, I'll lower the volume. Volume up, the volume goes up. You can change the volume by clicking the speaker if you prefer using what's on the display with this slider. If not, as you see, I can move it using these buttons. Then we have buttons to control a media player. So if you're watching YouTube or maybe you're listening music on Spotify, you can play, pause, skip to the next track or go back to the previous track using these buttons. F12, it has an airplane. Well, it's for airplane mode. Airplane mode turns off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So every time you see that it's highlighted in blue, well, you won't be connected to the internet. And if you have a Bluetooth headset, it will be disconnected. As soon as I remove it, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth turns on back again. Next, we have print screen. This takes a screenshot of your screen and you can paste it into Paint, Word, or an other app using Control V. So here I have a few options. I can even screen record if I want. I can use my mouse to select what I want to take as a screenshot. And here you go. It has been took. If I open Paint and I press Control and the letter V, I keep my finger pressed on Control, and then once on V, it will paste the screenshot. The delete key deletes selected files or text. For example, if I want to delete the screenshot I have pasted here, or could have been a document, by pressing delete, well, it goes away. The home button and end button are to go to the beginning of the page and the end of a page. Could have been a text page or a web page, just like here. Let me go in the middle. So as you see, I'm in the middle of this web page. If I tap on the home screen, it will bring me on the top. And if I press the end screen, it will bring me to all the way to the bottom of this page. If you have a PDF file, this could be helpful to go all the way to the end without having to scroll during a minute by pressing the end or the home button. And finally, we have page up and page down. This is to simply go up and down on a page instead of using the scroll wheel to go up and down. I'll press page up to go up and page down to go down. A quick note, over here we have a number pad. If you want to use it and it doesn't work, every time you press, there's nothing that gets registered, press the number lock button and then it will work. If you press number lock, then it stops typing. Let me give you a quick tour of all the ports. Here we have the charging port. If you have one of the newest HP laptop, there's a good chance that it only charges using a USB Type-C port. This is a bit of an older model, therefore I have this charger. Every time I plug it in, there is a light telling me that it has been connected. This model also has two USB Type-A port on the left side that can be used for data transfer, or you can also charge devices. You can connect your phone using a USB cable if you want to charge. This over here is a USB dongle for my external mouse, and I connect it here. You can also connect drives to transfer files. If I go on the other side, this model also has an HDMI port to connect this laptop to an external display, to a TV, to a projector. And I also have a USB Type-C port that has the same usage as the USB Type-A port on the other side. So I can plug a USB drive, I can connect my phone to it to charge my phone or other devices, etc. This HP laptop has a power light right over here, signifying that the laptop is turned on. If your power button is on the keyboard, you're going to have this light beside the symbol, okay, beside the power symbol. Next, we have a headphone jack. As you see, the headphone jack also can be used with a headset that has a mic. And finally, we have an SD card reader that reads SD memory cards from cameras and other devices. Some laptops will also have an Ethernet port that connects directly to your internet router with a cable if you don't want to use Wi-Fi. And again, if your laptop doesn't have any charging port like mine, it probably means that the USB Type-C port is used to charge it. So connect a USB Type-C to a charger and plug it over here. Last but not the least, on the top of the screen we have a webcam, and beside it an LED light. Every time this webcam is in use, this LED light will be turned on to tell you that it's actually recording or that is active waiting to record. Thanks for watching. I hope this was useful. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in the next video.